evening. Sadly, Brian, just before we get on to Champions League, they won't be counting the cash down in Inchicore. Unfortunately, well, not too much of it anyway because the defeat this evening. But I don't want to patronise. It's not long finished in Istanbul, but they did really well, didn't they? And it wasn't much really between the teams until late on in the game, 2-0 in the end.
No, but I think the fact that they went to Istanbul without a lead, I mean, that was the difference between Vaduz, where they were going there with a 2-goal lead from 3-1 victory in Inchicore, and then in Sabu, Azerbaijan, they had the goal lead from the game in Tala as well. It gave them something to play with. Whereas tonight's game is level, cagey game. Both sides showing a fair bit of respect and caution. I think the Istanbul side were a bit probably shocked at how well St Pat's played last week, but tonight they clamped down on Jake Mulroney and Zach on the other side. They got less ball to their feet, but still St Pat's created a reasonable number of chances. Young Mason Mealy had a great chance in the first 5 minutes, and Cian Levy had a couple of half opportunities, I'd say, as well. But as the game went on, I felt that the Turkish team were taking more control, but it was still in the balance until, Aaron Bulger's ridiculous challenge that he got put off for. I mean, that was the 81st minute.
That
still
killed it, didn't it? Yeah.
And the second goal. But they played a lot of good controlled football in the match, St Patrick's. I think the supporters will be proud of them. But the reality is that these players haven't produced this consistently enough this season. And the season is more or less over for them now. They've got 9 league games to play. The main task, I think, is to avoid relegation unless they do something extraordinary to make the top 3 or 4 and make Europe again next year. But it would take them do something that they haven't done this year, show the consistency of winning games. Would you be promised
feeling hopeful about Stephen Kenny's impact in the short time, given the little run they've had?
Well, certainly in the European games, he hasn't made that much difference in the league. They've won 3 games out of 11 since he's come in. But the new players, I think the biggest influence has been Tom Gravosti coming back to fitness and Axel Sjoberg in the right-back position. That's had an impact. A couple of other signings have less of an impact, I think, but they've looked more stable defensively, and they might go on a bit of a run till the end of the season now, you'd hope. But hard task on Sunday in Drogheda, who were playing very, very well and scored heaps of goals.
Back to reality, isn't it? Wasn't to be for Pats, but an honourable exit for them.